Not black. Well, we get the Tampa Bay Buccaneers this week beating NFL in Mercedes Dome 23-20. And there's a lot of cool and good things to take away from this game. And I'll start with the play of Baker Mayfield. 17 of 32, 167 yards and 3 touchdowns. This guy seems to have found his home here in Tampa Bay and has played well ever since he's been here. He had 5 runs for 39 yards. And I've said it last season, when this guy runs, he runs with such an attitude and he just pops right up with a lot of fanfare and, moxie that I think it gets his team fired up and really got them fired up on drives where they really needed to have it. Baker talked about the protection and the breakdown in protection. They only gave up 1 sack, but had some pressures, and he said that was on him. Needed to slide the protection a little bit more, make the proper adjustments to combat what the defense was doing, and he's going to get better at that. That was on him, he said, and I expect him to do so. This team is really good as far as what they have out on the outside, and they weren't able to really run the football as much as they would like with Bucky Irving and Rashad White, but they were able to make it work with a committee of people. Baker being a part of that, Mbuka being a part of that as well, had 1 carry for 9 yards. So they were trying to make things work in the running game, but really got things going in the passing game. Mike Evans, 5 for 51 yards, but he wasn't the star today. He wasn't the star on Sunday. 4 catches for 61 yards for 2 touchdowns, and BK Ibuka, the rookie, really showed out and played extremely well, made some really good catches for touchdowns, and really was part of this team propelling themselves to this very close win. I tell you, man, they had a fight on their hands, and Atlanta was able to put themselves in position at the end of the game, but it was not to be. Koo missed that field goal to tie it up to go into overtime, but I tell you what, man, Michael Penix Jr. did an excellent job and really put up some numbers on this football team, and I think that's where you find yourself a little bit concerned about what's going on. 27 of 42, threw that ball 42 times, 298 yards, a touchdown. He was able to get some on the ground with 6 carries, 21 yards, and a touchdown. Thought Bijan did a good job. He also had 6 receptions for 100 yards, 1 touchdown for Bijan Robinson in the passing game. Turnovers, did it have something to do with the game? Maybe. But it was uber close. Both teams gave up a touchdown. Gave up a sack in both areas. But man, it was close. And what I want to see from the Buccaneers going forward is you can't give up 358 yards of total offense. That's almost 400 yards of total offense. You don't want to do that. A lot of it was in the passing game. A good bit of it for them was right there in that passing game, and you saw they used Bijan very well in that passing game. He's a weapon, and that's where they're going to have to correct things. You're going to face running backs that are capable of catching the ball out of the backfield and making you miss, and you're going to have to find a way to slow that down. 100 yards for Bijan Robinson there in that department. But overall, for this football team, got off to a good start, getting your first divisional win in week 1 on the road. On top of that, we know last year this team got cooked both games by the Atlanta Falcons, and they start off this season owning the season series right now, 1-0 and up 1-0 as they go into Houston next week. The Houston Texans, a solid football team. There are still some questions on how solid that offensive line is going to be. They had some issues this weekend, and we'll see if Tampa Bay can create some issues for their defense. and their defense creates some issues for the Houston Texans offense. Well, for Sports Journey, this has been